Good morning, grand risings. Hello from Spiritual Soul Centre. It is a cold and early one this morning, and it is actually snowing. There is small bits of snow. I've got a beautiful view. How nice is that? With even the abstract art in the background. But yeah, I hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone's... Oh, that's a bit better. My eyes are like still opening. Yeah, I hope everyone's feeling good and feeling warm and wrapped up cosy, because it is real cold in the UK. I think I just wanted to jump on and just kind of check back in with you guys, and also just kind of check base to know that it's okay to be feeling exactly what it is that you're feeling in that moment. Like, there is no certain way that you should be feeling, or a certain type of pressure that should be expected on you right now. The one thing I would also like to talk about is the different types of souls, the different types of soul missions, because we have, it's almost like a different job roles. Like, in your workplace, we all have different job roles that we do. And we had a lot of people either feeling like they wasn't doing their soul mission, or they wasn't doing it as much as someone else, or etc. So I think it's really important to just kind of give a little bit of perspective to what the soul missions are and how that works. So we've got the scouts, which are usually the older generation. So the ones that are between 70s to 80s, around that age group, not necessarily specifically, but around the age group. And these individual souls came down. No problem, love. These souls came down at that time to almost report back to source on which souls would be appropriate to send down as the warriors, as the builders, as the healers, etc. So they were the reporters. They reported back up to source on who and what would be a good idea to send down to earth at what time. The scouts also had quite a curiosity. So my granddad passed when I was 4, but my dad tells me about how his favourite types of books and films were always like conspiracy and, questioning things, and that's really interesting. My granddad passed away at 56, but he would have been in his 70s and things now, so he fits in that barrier of a scout. And then we have the warriors, which are usually stereotypically in between the age category of late 40s to 60s. I also am a warrior, so that's why it's not accurate on the age thing, it's just generic or more average. Yeah, so I came with that warrior energy and that need to kind of change things and, make a point of actually raising the bar and beating the drums. And sorry about that, got cut off by a phone call. Yeah, so the warriors were there to collapse the old systems down and create the new. So they was literally there to bring in the new earth in terms of fighting, standing up for the children, really having that kind of vocal role in terms of speaking up, acting out, being at the protests, being one of the seed planters and sharers and things like that. Like, that was part of the warrior's role, was to break down the old and allow way for the new. So that was such an important role as well. But not everyone got that call, so I really got that call to arms, if you will, to rise up and beat the drum. But my business partner, my people close to me, they did not either. They didn't get that call. So it's really important to listen to what your soul calling is and what your soul mission is at this time, rather than just to follow those around you, what they're doing. Look how tired my little eyes look. Look so tired. Yeah, and then we've got the healers. their sole role is to heal, to allow the trauma to shift, to allow the programs to collapse, and the pain that was created on the back of that trauma and that experience of darkness, that needs to shift to allow those who are ready to transmute into the new earth of a higher vibration. They have to be on their own vibrational match. So to get them there, a lot of us healers and readers and light workers have been doing that mission for over a decade or longer and shorter, you know, to prepare people for what's coming. So that's part of the healer's role. Then we have the bridges, which are a bridge in between 3D and 5D. And this is for those to be able to literally walk across it with far more ease, far more understanding, clarity, support, understanding, rather than just wandering into the dark, not knowing aimlessly where they're going. You know, we created almost like a bridge, a walkthrough for people to pass through with a lot more ease and less resistance. So that was so important. And then we have the builders of the new earth, which are a lot of my generation and younger, which are literally there to physically and emotionally and mentally, spiritually recreate the earth, rebuild up the systems, the education systems, the schooling, the food, the medical, all the different systems are going to be created from alignment to source. But we can't just wake up and the new earth is there. We have to rebuild this together. We have to become in alignment to each other, because even those that live in heart space still might not agree with each other, still might be on the completely different spectrums of what they believe. Yeah, so there's people at multiple different ends of the spectrums that are going to need to meet in the middle and have some sort of semblance of respect and love for each other coming from the heart space, because we can't live in a new earth with all this anger and hatred and separation, because that'd just be the same earth as before. So it's about really coming in the middle and trying to connect with each other. That is so important. So important. So the point of this video is to make clear that everyone has a role, everyone has a soul mission, and it's just about finding where more resonant to do, and then doing more of that. So I hope this helps you guys. Sending a lot of love. Goodbye.